Hey guys, welcome back to Learn with Maktum. In this video, we are going to start with constructors. So we are going to see what are constructors, what they are used for, how we are going to use them in our program. Everything we are going to see in this video. Are you excited to learn about constructors? So let's right jump into it. Constructors are special methods which have same name as class name. Okay, say there's a class car, then it will be having the constructor car. Okay, so the constructors have the same name as class name. They are used to initialize the fields or objects. Okay, how they are going to initialize, we are going to see in the program. Okay, and when an object is created, constructor is invoked. Okay, so whenever we create an object, that instance of time the constructor will be invoked. Okay, all classes have constructors by default. Okay, if you do not create a class constructor do not create a class constructor, C# creates one for you. So all classes will be having a constructor by default. Okay, if you are not creating a constructor also, the C# will create one for you, but that one we cannot initialize anything there. It is like do nothing constructor. Okay, clear with that? Yes. So let me see an example. Okay, so open your Visual Studio. Click on create project and choose the console application. Project name as constructor. Click on create. So project has been created. I will change the class name to car. Okay, now we are going to create the constructor. So how the constructor look alike? It is having same name as class name, one thing, and one more thing is that they don't have return type. Okay, so we are going to simply write car. It is a method, yes, special method, so you have to write the parenthesis. Okay, it is used to initialize the field values. So let us declare some fields first. Say I'm going to declare a string model. Okay, yeah, now I want to initialize this model. I can initialize to anything, no? So for example, I'm going to initialize this model to ABC. Okay, clear with that. What this constructor is doing, it is initializing our field, that is model, to ABC. Yes. Now there is no need of calling the constructor explicitly. How can we call this, or how can we invoke this car constructor is, when we create an object, automatically it is get invoked. Okay, so we are going to create an object car o1 equals to new car. Here I'm saying this, no, car, this means the constructor itself. So whenever I create an object, the constructor will get invoked. Clear with that? Now I can access that model value. Now I'm going to print that model value. I'm going to say console dot write model is, say 0, put comma. I'm going to say o1 dot model. Okay, clear with that? Save it, run it. Here you can see model is ABC, from where this value is initialized from the constructor. Clear with that? Okay, so constructor saves our time. How it will save our time, I'm going to show you a program here. Okay, I'm going to first write a program with the constructor, and I'm going to write one more program without constructor. You can see the space of the program as well as the, it will save our time. Okay, so I'm going to declare one more field here, that is color. Okay, and I'm going to say int model year. Okay, yes. Now what I'm going to do is, constructor can take parameters also. Okay, so I'm going to pass some parameters or arguments. String model name, string color name, then int year. Okay, now I'm going to initialize the fields. This field model will be assigned the value of model name. Okay, then the color field will be assigned the value of color name. Then the model year will be assigned a value of year. Okay, so this is the constructor which is initializing our fields. Okay, now here you can see there is an error on this constructor. Yeah, what it is saying, there is no argument given that corresponds to the required formal parameter. So here I can directly give the arguments. Say the first time I'm going to say model name xyz, color say red, then model year I'm going to say 2000. Okay, yeah, this is one object I have assigned the values. Now I can create as many objects as I want, and I can initialize their values. Yes. Okay, now first I'm going to print these values. Okay, first I will put a heading. I will remove this console.write and say console.write line. I'm going to say object 1, and I'm going to say console dot sorry console dot right line. Okay, now I'm going to say what model is plus we can use, and what is the value? I'm going to say o1 dot model plus, then after model name what will print? Color o1 dot color, then year plus o1 dot model year. Yes. Okay, so this see the what it will do is, firstly here the object will be created and as well as constructor is invoked. Object is created and constructor will get invoked. Okay, and now I'm going to printing those values here. This is one constructor. Now I want to initialize one more constructor. Car o2 equals to new car. Now I'm going to create one more object and I'm going to pass arguments to it. ABC, say white, then 2005. Okay, the same thing I'm going to copy paste, but instead of o1 we have to write o2. And here heading also object 2. Yeah, so this is the program with constructor. Okay, clear with that? So what we are doing here, we are using a constructor and which is initializing our model, color and model year, and in the main method we are creating an object of the class car and we are passing the values like xyz, red and 2000 in the first object, and the second object we are passing the values abc, white and 2005. Okay, now we will see what will happen. I'm going to run it. You can see here object 1 model is xyz, color is red, year 2000. Object 2 model is abc, color is white, year 2005. Okay, I hope I'm clear with this, how to use the constructor, how to initialize the fields. Yes, now I'm going to write the same program without constructor and you will see the difference between them. Okay, I'm going to write that program in the notepad. I will not execute it. For the comparison only I'm going to show you how actually they look alike. Okay, so namespace constructors, and here we want to say class car, then we are going to initialize the fields model, color, int model year, then the without constructor we are writing. Okay, so we are going to say static void main string args. Okay, now we are going to create the object car o1 equals to new car. Okay, now we have to initialize the values explicitly, so we are going to say o1 dot model equals to xyz, then we are going to say again o1 dot color equals to red. Then we are going to say o1 dot model year equals to 2005. Yes, and then this one we are going to write, that is console.write an object one. Model is like this, we are going to write. Then again we are going to create the second object, car o2 equals to new car. Then we have to say again o2 dot model equals to abc. Then again we are going to say o2 dot color equals to white. Then we are going to say o2 dot model year equals to 2005, and here you are going to say object 2 o2 dot model, o2 dot color, o2 dot model year. Yes, so this is a program without constructor. Here you can see how to initialize the objects explicitly here, but by using the constructor, once you're going to initialize the fields and you can call as many times as you want. So you can, it is a easier method and it will consume less time. Clear with that? So the note to be made is that the name of the constructor must be same as your class name. Okay, and the constructor can take parameters also. The parameters which take constructors are called as parameterized constructor. Okay, and they save time. Yes, we saw the program, the difference. Okay, here only once we are going to write the definition for the constructor, and we can call that as many times as you want. Means what? When we are creating object by itself, it will be invoked. Clear with that? Okay, so this is all about constructors. So we are going to continue in the next video. I hope you like this video, and if you are new to my channel, click on subscribe and bell icon. I'm going to see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.